The Whispering Baobab, a Dogon tale. In the heart of Mali, where the red earth meets the golden sun, there was a small Dogon village named Sangala. In the center of this village stood an ancient baobab tree, taller than any hut and wider than 10 men standing hand in hand. The villagers called it the Whispering Baobab because on quiet nights it was said to murmur secrets to those who listened closely. Some believed it was just the wind playing tricks. Others, especially the elders, said the tree only spoke to those with pure hearts. Most villagers dismissed it as an old legend until one fateful day when a mystery changed everything. Koni, a curious 12-year-old boy, loved to sit beneath the baobab, especially after a long day of herding goats. His best friend, Fadou, often joined him. They would carve shapes into the tree's rough bark, tell stories, and dream about the future. One evening, as Koni rested under the tree, a breeze rustled through the thick branches. A faint whisper curled through the air. "Seek what is lost, and you will find what is hidden." Koni's eyes widened. The tree had spoken. He jumped to his feet, his heart pounding. What was lost? What was hidden? He rushed home and told his grandmother, the village's wisest woman. She only smiled and said, "When something precious goes missing, the truth is often closer than you think." The next morning, panic swept through the village. Chief Adama's golden bracelet had disappeared. The bracelet was not just jewelry. It had been passed down for generations and was a symbol of the chief's wisdom. Without it, the village's annual harvest ceremony could not begin. The people searched everywhere, overturning baskets, shaking out blankets, and looking under every hut. Whispers filled the air. "Could it have been stolen?" someone muttered. "No one in our village would do such a thing," another replied. But suspicion was already creeping in, like a shadow stretching across the land. Koni thought about the baobab's whisper. Instead of joining the accusations, he decided to observe. He watched how people reacted, who seemed worried, who seemed eager to blame others, and who stayed unusually quiet. Then he noticed something strange. Fadou, his best friend, avoided his gaze. He shuffled his feet and barely spoke. When someone mentioned the bracelet, he clenched his fists and looked away. Koni felt a chill in his stomach. Could Fadou know something? That evening, Koni returned to the baobab and whispered, "Help me understand." A gust of wind swayed the branches, and in the moonlight, Koni saw something glinting near Fadou's hut. His breath caught. Moving closer, he saw the golden bracelet tucked behind a clay pot. His heart pounded. His best friend had taken it. Koni struggled with what to do. Should he tell the chief immediately? Should he confront Fadou? Should he pretend he hadn't seen anything? The baobab's whisper echoed in his mind. "Seek what is lost, and you will find what is hidden." The next morning, Koni approached Fadou. "I know where the bracelet is," he said gently. Fadou's face went pale. You do?" "Yes." Koni hesitated. "But I need to hear the truth from you." Fadou's shoulders slumped. His voice shook as he admitted, "I only wanted to hold it. Just once. I wanted to feel what it was like to have something so special. But then I got scared. I thought, if they found it with me, they would say I stole it." His eyes filled with tears. "So I hid it." Koni sighed. He understood. Fadou hadn't meant harm. He had only let fear guide his choices. Together, they took the bracelet to Chief Adama. The villagers gathered, murmuring in surprise. Some looked angry, others confused. Fadou lowered his head. "I took it," he admitted. "I didn't mean to, but I was afraid to say anything." The chief studied him for a long moment, then said, "Honesty takes more courage than hiding mistakes." He placed a hand on Fadou's shoulder. "Let this be a lesson to all. Fear makes our hearts heavy, but the truth sets them free. The villagers forgave Fadou, and the harvest ceremony went on as planned. That evening, as Koni sat beneath the Baobab, another whisper drifted through the air. The pure-hearted do not seek blame, they seek truth. From that day on, Koni and Fadou remained best friends, but they also became something more, guardians of honesty in their village. And the Baobab? It continued whispering its wisdom, waiting for the next pure heart ready to listen. The end.